Hey, welcome back to this mini lecture. My name is Dino. It's titled Flipped Classroom. The focus of this video will be to do a basic introduction to flipped classrooms. For those of you who may not know what they are, let's start with the definition. Flipped classroom it's a teaching strategy that reverses the, quote, a lecture in class and homework outside of class approach. And how do you operationalize it? How do you actualize it? How do you actually have it happen in your class? To do this, the content is provided ahead of each session, typically online in the form of a video or audio lecture, paired with online discussions or quizzes to review the lecture. So it's basically you're just flipping the order of these things around, where the content is provided beforehand, and you have discussions and quizzes to review the lecture. What's the rationale for this? Like, why would you try to do this instructional method? Quote, it allows students opportunities to collaborate and work on meaningful problems and tasks while receiving helpful and immediate feedback from their instructor and peers. So for those, to help make your instruction more problem and task-based, and maybe to help your students get through more complex material, having a flipped classroom may be useful to you, and it can help students get better and more immediate feedback than having them sort of struggle on their own at home, trying to work on these problems and tasks on their own. Assessing the learning is really important in flipped classrooms. What do I mean by that? Quote, before the in-class session, both the instructor and the students can benefit from knowing if the students are adequately prepared for the in-class activity. So if you're planning problems and tasks that you want to work on, to see if students are actually ready for it, you might want to have some kind of assessment. One way to do that is through a low-stakes self-assessment, like through a quiz. You can make them short, 3 to 4 questions, and you can try to apply the learning and not be specifically factual, like fact-based things about the readings. One of the ways to ensure that there's effective teaching is this ICE acronym. I'll go over each of these and I'll apply it specifically to the flipped classroom. The I in ICE is interaction and involvement, so I guess it's a double I. Quote, students need to be actively involved in their learning. They need opportunities to interact with the material in a meaningful way. A flipped classroom frees up time for such opportunities. Instructors need to be responsive to students' needs and questions. So you can improve interaction, have more involvement if you do a flipped classroom, because again, you're freeing up time for these types of opportunities that may be missing in a traditional classroom environment. However, to have this actually be useful, you want to make sure that the instructor actually is responsive to student needs and questions. The C is communication and clarity, the double C. For the communication and clarity to be useful, the instructor should be well prepared and clearly communicates content by endeavoring to make complex topics easy to comprehend. Maybe one way is to change from endeavoring to a simpler word. So say if you're going to use mini lectures, something you might want to do to communicate well and communicate clearly is to include things like examples, analogies, and stories from the field. So those can all be useful. They can help fill out more abstract ideas. Stories from the field can help personalize your instruction. Finally, from the outset, the instructor clearly communicates the purpose of both the course and each individual session. This can help frame what you're doing and help communicate more clearly to your kind and intelligent and thoughtful students. Finally, the E, the double E, enthusiasm and expertise. Sorry, let me say enthusiasm again. Enthusiasm. You see that? You hear that? Here, the instructor, quote, should convey enthusiasm for the field and demonstrate an expertise and confidence in their knowledge of the subject. See how I articulate things to show my expertise and confidence? Such characteristics will go far in making the learning experience for students a positive one. So ideally, you want to have ICE, interaction and involvement, communication, clarity, and finally, enthusiasm and expertise. Generally for your instruction, but also more specifically for flipped classrooms. That is flipped classrooms. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that helped introduce you to this relatively novel new concept, popularized mainly by Sal Khan and his academy. Please feel free to like this video. Please feel free to comment on it. Do you agree with the definition, the rationale? How can you assess learning in ways that are easy for you to do and easy for students to do? What about the acronym ICE? Interaction and involvement, communication, clarity, and enthusiasm and expertise. Do you strive to do those things in your instruction? If you're a student, do you see those in your instructors? Regardless, thanks for watching. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content. As always, thanks for watching. Take care.